Keep your eyes closed for a second, please. appropriate to get an eye job, eye lecture.
Keep your eyes closed for a minute, please.
Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Toby.
No, it's okay. Go to sleep now. Start doing it. Go to sleep. Common package? Starbucks? Sure? Sure. Anybody else in the Starbucks club need some Starbucks? Raise your hand if you do. I'll hook you up. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. Easy peasy lemons. Oh, Starbucks squeezy. We'll have to change that. All right.
Keep them closed, though, keep them closed. Oh, thank you.
So while you guys are closed, eyes are closed right now, you can you can take a quick second to reflect back on your experience. That visualization take place in your head. Just kind of, you know that some of you guys have been training for 10 or more years. Not everybody's the same amount of time, but some significant amount of time went into your training. A lot of knocks, bumps, bruises, a lot of triumphs, some disappointments. A lot of you guys in here have gone to, and I've been with you to tournament competitions. You experienced some successes, experienced some failures, or not necessarily failures, or just different outcomes than you probably anticipated. Kind of reel through that little mental video in your head about all the little snapshots of your experiences since you've been, for some of you, real little up till now. And you obviously understand the fact that right now part of the reason anybody who's here doesn't understand at this point well, maybe a couple of you because you've been through this experience before, but yeah, not seeing what's visually in front of you is obviously a challenge with your eyes closed. But if you are actually blinded, it would be a little challenging as well. But if you would like to open your eyes and see who came down here, and you might recognize somebody out there in the front, and if not, fear not, you'll recognize them later. Go ahead and open your eyes. Before I forget for you guys, just know that I've already had a conversation with friends and family members about the divulging of information about the test, so that hopefully you're not being pried at to try to figure out, for other people trying to figure out what took place, so that you don't ruin that experience for other people. Do me a favor, you guys remember that part of it, because as you know, raise your hand in here if any of you knew what was going to go on from this experience before it started. Raise your hand if you were a little bit nervous as a result of the fact that you had no idea what you're about to go through.
Raise your hand if you were a lot nervous.
So, okay. I just again want to commend all of you guys for the fact that you showed up. Not only, and I appreciate this and respect it, that you guys trusted us enough to provide an experience for you that would help you hopefully grow in a variety of different ways, but that you just trusted us not knowing what was getting ready to take place, but you did it anyways, and I believe each one of you guys came out of the other side of this with something that you'll be able to pull from for the rest of your life, or at least look back on and go, you know what, things that I'm doing right now, not that difficult as my black belt test, so I better suck it up and keep this moving. True enough?
Yes, sir.
You guys all did a great job. We have there's so many different things that I would love to say about each and every one of you guys because of the varied experiences that I've had with you over the years and throughout the test. The challenge is because as our studios, we have multiple now than we had before. It was like one person tested after one time. It wasn't easy to make it all about them, but the fact that we have 14 of you guys sitting in front of us, it would be hard for me to go in depth with any one of you, about any one of you guys, without having us here all night. So, and I know Mr. McCoy would really love to go home and have a nap. So that being said, we're gonna kind of keep this moving forward, and each one of these instructors, just so you know, that was on the test and or any one of the other black belts that you've known over the years, if you just tested, feel free to go up to them at any time when you have an opportunity and get what other detailed information, what their thoughts were about you and the test and or your previous experiences. And I'm sure each and every one of us would be happy to put in our 2 cents about that. Yes, sir? Yes, sir. All right, guys. Here's the deal. We need to, this is a really troublesome part, but it is what we got to do. Feel free to go ahead, jump back up on your feet, quick. That was actually faster than I thought. If you would all take 3 giant steps forward and turn around, face this way. And perfect. Everybody down on your knees. Straight line. You guys remember, you're both professionals, right? Not amateurs. Straight line. Good. And whether you sit up on your knees like that or you sit back on your heels, that's no difference to me, but please be on your knees and close your eyes. Mr. Connor thought there was some Starbucks waiting for him. Tricked me again. Down to your right side. Right side. No.
Not now.
Look down to your right side. Just not now. Just know it's there. Okay. So obviously this is a pretty big. Actually, oh, there's a box right on here. Failed miserably. Take it quick. I almost forgot your little keepsakes over here. So remember the thing by without having to actually wear your belt around that to work in school. So obviously this is a fairly monumental experience for most people's lives. I know it was for myself. Life-changing, for the matter of fact. I actually would likely be either dead or in jail had I not earned my black belt. I had some challenges personally growing up with getting in fights all the time and not doing well in school, and but my track was heading in the wrong direction. So I know personally, I can speak from experience that it made quite a bit of a difference in my own life. I can only imagine what happens, what's going to happen in yours. Hopefully, again, it's something you can pull from. Should things ever get a bit tough, you can look back and kind of go, you know what, I may have probably done something tougher than this, and I can make this happen. I know that's been beneficial in my life for sure. And yeah, I think if you looked around the room and got a chance to talk with some of these black belts that are standing around you, you're probably going to find something very similar to that. Know this. Being a black belt does not make you invincible. You're in Walmart. I use Walmart as a random store, not to say anything bad ever happened in Walmart, but active shooter walks in, you don't pull your shirt open and go, I got this. I am a black belt. Bullets still go through your body the same as they go through anyone else's, just so you're aware. And let me share this one thing with you. The best definition I think I've ever heard of a black belt before was an egomaniac with an inferiority complex. You may have to process that for a few minutes to really wrap your brain around it, but a lot of people think that they're really awesome at their karate, but they're afraid somebody else knows something else that they don't. So they kind of walk around with their shoulders back and try to like be that rooster that's kind of like walking around the hen house telling everybody who's the man, who's the woman, right? Don't fall into that trap, please. It is very easy for a lot of people to eventually, I'm going to stand up for a second for the visualization, but stand around with their thumbs in their belt like this and then belt out commands and be like, hey, do that differently. Hey, that was no good. I've seen it. I've been all over the world, been in studios all over the world, and I've seen that so many times. It's unfortunate. Please do not be that guy or that woman. Okay? Be the humble one that realizes that you really almost know nothing. I've been doing this for 40 years and I pretty much know nothing myself. I kind of give you perspective about what you know in your head. I've forgotten more than most of you guys have ever learned. It's a process. It's a never-ending process. I have a sneaking suspicion that there's going to be a percentage of you that I'm likely to never see again after the next couple months when you come get your ego cup filled from being bowed in as a black belt. Then life kind of takes over and all of a sudden you like get busy and you got this, that, and the other thing going on, and then you just kind of drop out. Not really going. Take this information with you. You've earned a black belt. And you deserve it. But about 6 months to a year from now, if you don't train, you're no longer a black belt. You will have earned a black belt in the past, but your skills will nowhere near be as sharp as they are right now. So don't fall victim to the idea that because I've already learned this stuff, I got it down and I'll be able to do it for the rest of my life, no problem, without practicing. It has a shelf life, not unlike bread. You don't eat that at a certain period of time, it goes bad. So this is no different. I just need you to understand that part of it so that there's no, and part of that is for my own self-conscious to know that I've educated you to the point where if you thought you took a year off and you'd be like, and you get attacked and you think, I'm gonna be good, I'm a black belt, and you get your butt whooped, well, now you know why, okay? I don't expect hopefully that to ever happen. Hopefully you guys remain safe and you never have to worry about using this to defend yourself, and it was just a really cool experience that allowed you to stay healthy and happy and challenge yourself. But should the day come, you're gonna wanna make sure your skills are still on point and they're not old and rusty. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That being said, we're going to move on to that fun time with bowing to the belts and getting your belts tied on you. Mrs. V and myself are going to be the ones that are going to do this. We aren't going to spend any time really chatting with you right now about the greatness that you are and have done. We're just going to bow to the belts, shake your hand, and we are, however, going to tie on your black belts, or actually have other black belts tie on your black belts for you for the very first time.
Yes, sir.
If you have any special requests on who you'd like to have tie on your black belt for the very first time, as long as they are currently a black belt, you're welcome to acknowledge that right now so that they'll come and stand behind you. And if you don't have any personal preference, I'll just put somebody behind you. It's not a big deal. Okay, great. Yes. Mrs. Johnson, please stand behind Imelda. Mr. Motaliki, would you stand behind Miss Miliana? Mr. Salazar. Miss Alfar. Mr. Fee. Miss Trias. Mr. Flores. Anybody else? If you don't, like I said, it's perfectly okay. Yes. Mr. Bennett. Junior or senior? Senior, sir. Anybody else?
Mrs. Gunther, sir.
Mrs. Gunther. Mr. Jimenez Jr. Yes. Miss Clark. Toblerone? You're looking around and like, dang, I'll take it, just so you know. One of these people can also come over and do your outfit. Mr. Figgy could for sure do yours. Everybody loves Mr. Figgy the most anyways.
Why?
It's because he's good looking. Come on. It's that little hand beard. Sir, I'm going to tie your belt on around you, and Mrs. B's going to tie you around yours, unless you have somebody else specific. Good? Rock and roll. All right. Yep. Oh. Congratulations, sir. It's not so after the she's done it, can you stand up and you can tie it on? Both hands on the right hip. Right there you go. Up. Congratulations, you're welcome. Both hands on the belt. Right behind the belt. Up.
Missy, when he bows, that's when.
Thank you. Thank you.
still get quiet in the room, please? You need to talk to a free agent in the studio, do that. Okay, if your belts have been tied, you may pick up your that box and your certificate, and as quickly as possible, go bring it to one of your loved ones that is in the room. If you have no loved one in the room, bring it to me, and I'll put it off to the side. Thank you. When you're done, come back and have a seat in your chair.
He's probably sitting. He's waving to you.
Any other third degree and above, come over this side, please. We'll fix it, please. Third degree and above, over this way, please.